My name is Hameed Asghar, and on behalf of Institute of Freelancing and Pakistan Air Force Finishing School, I welcome you all. Freelancing Your Future Career. This is our fifth consecutive batch, which is going to be started, inshallah, today. And by the name of Freelancing Your Future Career, and that's what the name of this whole course is. Okay, before I start, my name is Hameed Asghar, and as you can see my profile, I'm a freelancing entrepreneur, technology consultant, and it's been more than 15 years into this freelance technology field. And you can see my mobile number, my Gmail address, my website address, and hashtag means my YouTube address. You can just search me on YouTube, and my institute also there. And before I proceed, I just want to let you know the brief of my past qualification experience, as this purely relates to the freelancing career, but it's been overall, just to give you one glimpse, my background. It's been more than 14 years of experience into this freelancing field. Well, I was talking about 2003 and 4. At that time, I have had no idea all about this, what exactly this freelancing is. Someone told me that you just go online and you just different jobs there, and they will give you some work and you get the payments directly to your banks and directly to your ATM cards and things like that. But eventually, as without any direction, I jumped into this freelancing. So it also has a criteria, right? So without knowing the basics of this field, if you jump into this, you might not be successful, correct? So that's the number one. The second thing is that you keep on doing some efforts, keep on learning the basic things. That's how you succeed. So before I jump into any other thing, my freelancing career is the topic which we are going to discuss. In between these 15 years, I have worked more than 100 companies around the world, right? And there are number of icons which you can see, जिन companies के साथ मैंने काम किया, and around the world, more than 100 companies, more than 500 projects, and almost in every country I work. So okay, so that's how actually this whole process starts. In between this whole time, 2003 say 2004 tak, I was trying, but I was not at all successful. At the end of the day, what has happened is that I kept in my mind that probably गोरा हमें काम नहीं देता, शायद वो पाकिस्तानीज़ को काम नहीं देता, शायद वो एशियन Pacific and Pakistanis को देखकर शायद हमें project नहीं देता. So I left this field. लेकिन someone told me in 2006, there is nothing like this. Actually in late 2005, you must have to understand the basic concept. As soon as you understand the basic concepts, then the skies would be the limits, right? So what happened is that I learned the basics things from where we can get started. बिल्कुल ऐसे ही सेशन जैसा आज आप लोग अटेंड कर रहे हैं, अराउंड 20-25 स्टूडेंट्स आर विद मी राइट नाउ. जिस तरह का सेशंस आप लोग अटेंड कर रहे हैं, एग्जैक्टली द सेम सेशंस व्हिच आई लर्नड फ्रॉम द यूरोपियंस एंड द अमेरिकans. So I continue this whole process with some certain things. So I would like to go into the same context so that you should understand what exactly is going to be happened this whole course today. So the topics which we are going to discuss, starting from the introduction of this freelancing, and then we will start from what exactly are the outcomes of this course, where to start, what are those websites, how to create your profiles, and it's a long session. And at the end of the day, आज के सेशन के एंड पे I'll give you plenty of successful examples from Pakistan and from around the world, especially Pakistanis जो कि इस फील्ड में इतने ज़्यादा सक्सेसफुल हो गए that उनको मीट करना it's become very difficult. लेकिन अल्लाह ताला ने हमें तमाम वो सलाहियतें दी हैं जो उन सब में हैं. So probably you got to believe me on this. It is always like a starting is difficult, लेकिन as soon as you start with the commitment, rest assured, inshallah, फिर आप देखें, you can very easily be a successful man. So what exactly is freelancing? The introduction, as you all know, a freelancer, the freelance work is a term commonly used for a person who is self-employed and is not necessarily committed to a particular employer for the longer term. So in simple words, let me explain you in a simplest way that it's not a 9 to 5 job. You, in this freelancing world, you work as per your wish, as per your desire. If you are interested to work in the morning, you are welcome. This freelancing field will actually give you that leverage कि आप किसी भी time पे, whatever the time which suits you, morning, evening, midnight, early morning, जो भी time आपको suit करता हो, if you are interested, you can start up this work. So that's the best thing, right? So let's move ahead. There are plenty of questions people used to ask. The first and foremost, why freelancing? And the reason and the answer for this is कि अल्लाह ताला ने हर इंसान में एक हिडन सलाहियत रखी हुई है. अगर आप उस सलाहियत को मनवा लें around the world, you can become a successful freelancer. Let me tell you, if your voice is good, right, so you can become a voice artist. Correct? Agar if you have the writing capability, if you think that you are very good as far as your writing experience is concerned, so you can become a full-time writer, and that's how this freelancing field will leverage you, will allow you to work around the world as a writer freelancer. Correct? So that is why I must encourage and I must say that is the answer for this freelancing. And another question which people used to ask, who can become a freelancer? And the answer for this question is anyone can become a freelancer, regardless he is in the teenage, and if he is a good programmer, if he can develop the games for the kids, you are the best one. You can become a successful freelancer, and there are plenty of examples, even from India, even from Asia, and from around the world. You can find out the teen entrepreneurs, teen freelancers, correct? And at the age of above 60, that is the most desired field, because you do not have as such any other job to move from home to go for the jobs, and from 9 to 5 job, and then you roll back to your house in the evening. So probably that would not be an easier job for you. So it's best that you can become a freelancer based on your experience, whatever you have learned in your life. Now it's a time that you should teach to the others, so you can become a teacher, freelancer teacher. So there's another very important question people used to ask: do you actually make money anymore? Do you make actually money? Yes, 100%. This is 100% fact. The governments and the government of Pakistan, including every governments around the world, they encourage this kind of work, right? So it's legitimate and it's a legal, and you can do it from your home, whatever the time that you have. What it's like to not have a boss, that is one of the most interesting thing. Like, as myself, after 15 years of experience, you become so much annoyed when someone told you to do something which is not your field, but as he is the boss, so you must have to listen it. So instead of listening to shitty things, it's better that you should be your own boss. So in this freelancing field, you can become your own boss, and that is the best thing you should have. And of course, freelancing in Pakistan, one of the most important thing to understand is during this COVID state, there are businesses, there are actually so many businesses, they are actually going to the slums, and jobs are getting lower day by day. And in such a case, what exactly are those fields which have left? And the best is the freelancing. So let's move ahead and let's understand the outcome of this course. The outcome of this course, inshallah, would be that you can become consultant, you can now become entrepreneur, you can become now a designer, a writer, and the artist, and there are thousands other fields. Like for example, अगर मैं उनको post down करना शुरू कर दूँ, so most probably this one screen would not be sufficient कि इतनी ज़्यादा fields हैं. लेकिन incoming slides, inshallah, you will be able to see that there are वो कौन सी fields हैं which can help you out. And the advantages during this freelancing field is that you can travel around the world while working. You're not supposed to post your leaves to any of the office for traveling around the world, you have to have your laptops and the internet. That's it, right? You can work anywhere. You can relax at your desired time. You can do whatever the things you want. If you are a mother, you can still do a freelance work with even your family. And the most important thing is you can work at any time. That is this excellent thing. And the last advantage is that you're earning in dollars. Yes, absolutely. Yes, you are earning in dollars. Let me tell you, there's an interesting fact in this case is the male versus female freelancers, that what exactly is the ratio. So the recent surveys told us that the female freelancers earn an average of about $16 per hour in this freelancing field, whereas male freelancers earn around $20 per hour on average. $20 per hour means you can very well easily calculate by yourself that today in Pakistan, dollar is the conversion of this dollar is about 168, 167 or 168, and you can calculate by yourself. $20 an hour means if you just work 1 hour a day, you can earn how much? Let me tell you how much. There is interesting statistics by the Payoneer, and that is those who are interested in the IT and programming, correct? The females earn around $16, and the male earn around $21. And design and multimedia, जो कि हमारा इस आने वाले section में इंशाल्लाह, that is something which I'll be teaching. There's a legal is a huge jump in this category, the engineering and manufacturer, but there's a long list. Let me tell you the last one as we are discussing some of the examples. So admin and customer support, this doesn't require as such any qualification. Regardless, you are even matric, you are under matric, you can become the administrator or the customer support, means you can become a virtual assistant to anyone. Just keep down his records and keep down his details in the Word, Excel or PowerPoint sheet, and that's what the customer support or the admin jobs do. Let me tell you, if one female earns around 10 and male earns around $12, let's make it around average, and that is around US $11 per hour. So which comes to, if I move ahead, 1 hour per day, if you work around just a 1 hour per day, which comes to 25 days a month and US dollars 275 per month. And at the end, if you calculate, if you just multiply that 160, which comes to around 44,000 rupees per month. And now let's calculate this on those categories which are more towards the technical side, correct? So as I have calculated on this least, just सबसे lowest priority है, so you can think about if they can earn around 44,000. So what would be the advantages if you have with this calibers? So let's move towards the global freelance economy. That is the basic things to understand first that we proceed. And there is a 45% of this total freelancers which comes from the North American region. That includes United States and the Canada. And as you know, that's a technological hub. So probably all the projects which are related to the technology which comes from these two countries. And then the next is, of course, after this is the European countries, combining all together 48 countries, which comes to 35% of this total global freelance economy. And then which comes to the Asia, including 48 countries around Asia Pacific region and South Asia, probably, which comes to just 10%. And by the way, that includes India as well as China and Russia also. Then, of course, the Australia and the New Zealand, that comes to 5%, and then probably South America, just 3%, and 2% is the complete of Africa. So let's dig in one step more, and let's see, what about this 45%? So if we roll it down more to North America region, let me tell you, only the US, the total population as per 2018, and the recent survey, the survey which was conducted in 2016, and they actually gave us around the total population of the US is about 325 million. And Pakistan ki, combining just one country, that is around 225, and the US combining all together, like huge countries, around 52 states, different states, and such a huge country, which is just 325 millions. And the total US population out of this 325 million, the 36% of the total population is freelancers. And that 36% is combining all together, putting into the freelance economy is about $1 trillion, correct? And the idea is that 2021, this 36% would reach to 50%. And you can very well understand, as we all are expecting the projects, the technological projects from United States and the Canadian market. So think of it, if that jumps from $1 trillion to 2021, let's suppose $2 trillion, we just need 3 or 4 jobs for the whole year. For the complete 1 year, if you found 3 or 4 jobs, that is sufficient enough for the complete years. So that is the interesting thing. Now let's move to one step ahead. Where do we as a Pakistan stand in the freelancing world? The first 57 million approximately the United States. Then of course the United Kingdom and some of the European countries, 15 million. And then of course the Brazil, that is 15 million to 0.5 million. This is a huge difference, correct? And after this is the Ukraine, which is actually 0.4%, and then is the Pakistan, which is also 0.4%. And we are trying our level best कि हम लोग पाकिस्तान को यहाँ से उठाकर यहाँ पे ले जाएं, which is very, very easily. And as we, it's all about providing the services to the whole world, technological services to the whole world. So that's what this session is all about, correct? So ये है वो काम जो कि आज हम जिसका आज 5th session हमारा consecutive 5th session that is going to be happening today, inshallah. And we are providing technological based training to our Pakistani younger community so that कि आप लोग ये चीजें learn करने के बाद you should join this international field and earn in dollars while staying at home, right? So let's see what exactly is the top 10 countries with the fastest growing earning for freelancers. Interesting, the recent survey gives us that the United States is 78% with the fastest growing earning for freelancers. Is quite obvious that if they are earning US dollars, then probably that is quite obvious that as compared to any other country, they are earning a lot, and United Kingdom is a lot, and then is the Brazil 48%, and then is the Pakistan, that is 47%. And the recent survey means just before Corona state, we have reached to 47%, and we are aiming, inshallah, that we will cross 50%, so that in the world we should be inshallah number 2 or number 3. And with the help of all those younger communities जो हमें join कर रही हैं, and they are putting up their interest in this field, inshallah we will very easily reach to that stage. Okay ji, so let's jump into one step more. Exactly what about this Pakistan? As you all know, this is a Pakistani youth economy. More than 50 to 60% of the youth population. That means they are doing so many extra things. Like, and at the same time, you all got to believe me on this, that the universities and the colleges are producing youngsters, graduates, diploma holders, and they are all actually coming into the market, but there is no as such physical jobs in the market. So probably what they're doing is they are working as a freelancers. They are giving their services to the whole world as a freelancers, and that is why we are actually growing in this rapid pace. The number of the Pakistani freelancers has rocketed in the last 12 months from 4-year 4% to Q3 2018 to 42% in Q2 2019. 2020 is not yet finished, so अभी तक का जो हमारे पास stat है, that is last is 2019. Okay, there's a question in Urdu, please also. Okay, let me tell you, पाकिस्तान में what exactly is the state right now? State ये है कि universities and colleges produce करते जा रहे हैं graduates and diploma holders and certificate holders, लेकिन in fact market में उस तरह उनके लिए jobs नहीं है. So if that's the case, what they are doing, they are putting up their best efforts as a freelancers. They are providing their services to the whole world. If you can do just typing work, if you can do just the logo design work, if you just can do writing work, if you can do any other technical job, and if you do not have as such any other technical expertise, you still can become a freelancer. How? You can become a virtual assistant. That inshallah in coming days में मैं inshallah आपको बताता रहूँगा. And let's move one step more, and that is the Pakistani freelancers earning by age, as you all know, in between almost हमारे इस सारी के सारी जो session के जितने भी around 37 participants हैं, I don't know कितने हैं, लेकिन they all fall into this category. 57.6%, correct? Probably I'm the only one which is about above 34. Otherwise, I don't know. Anyway, so let's jump one step more. People used to ask, what has happened to the India? India has dropped a number of places in 2019 ranking from top 10 countries. It used to lead the world for the freelancers, but this year the revenue growth of 29% puts it at the 7th place. However, India is still a powerhouse of the freelancers, as the number of freelancers in the India increased from 11% to 52%. Let me tell you in simple words, सादा लफ्ज़ों में आपको बता दूं, India by any means किसी भी हिसाब से नीचे नहीं है, and in fact they have matured to that level कि now they instead of going for selling their services, they are now going to become a partners to the international companies. So they are not working as a freelancers, rather they are the business owners, correct? As you all know, दुनिया की बड़ी companies के CEOs are from the India, and that's another very positive thing for our region also, that we are producing the tech experts, correct? So अब आ जाते हैं जनाब, from where we can start. That is all about the economy and the technical things. Now this most simpler thing is from where we can start. So we can start by first and foremost इस फार्मूला पे अमल करते हुए प्लीज नोट इट डाउन इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, अपने सामने बड़ा बड़ा, एंड अगर पॉसिबल है तो बैनर लिखवा के रख दें. फर्स्ट डिजर्व देन डिजायर. इट इज सो इजी टू डिजायर. अल्लाह करे मुझे इतने डॉलर्स की जॉब मिल जाए, अल्लाह करे मुझे हर महीने $1000 की कोई प्रोजेक्ट मिल जाए, बट द फर्स्ट थिंग you forgot, you have to deserve it. And how can you deserve? Inshallah, that's what my promise is, that मैं आपको वो तरीके बताऊंगा. अगर आप मेरे साथ ज्वाइन रहे तो मैं आपको वो सिंपलेस्ट वे दिखाऊंगा कि जिनकी मदद से you can very easily reach to that deserving stage. So the next thing you need to know is join online communities and the groups. And in 2014, people used to ask me that, why are you the only one? आप खुद ही project कर रहे हो, खुद ही earning करते जा रहे हो, हमें तो उसका कोई advantage नहीं है. So I have started a group in 2014, and in my previous presentation, that group reached to 40,000, and today, as of today, just in my presentation दे रहा हूँ, today this group has reached to 46,600 members. And with a rapid growth from around the world, we are gathering freelancing startups like बिल्कुल ऐसे ही जैसे आप लोग freelancing startup आज कर रहे हो, ठीक है? So you can just search this freelancing startup Facebook group and you will find out this group. Inshallah, you can freely you can join this group. There's another Facebook page which I have started that is that with the name of Pakistani Freelancer Community, and today that community has 26,600 members, around 500 plus members. And then of course the Institute of Freelancing, जिसको मैं खुद ओन करता हूँ, और ये सारी आज की ट्रेनिंग जो कि फ्री ट्रेनिंग है ये भी इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ फ्रीलांसिंग के प्लेटफॉर्म से दी जा रही है. एंड फर्दर इज़ कि आप यूट्यूब पे जाके इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ फ्रीलांसिंग को सर्च करें, सब्सक्राइब करें, फ्री ट्रेनिंग्स लें. ये सेशन भी उसके ऊपर अवेलेबल होगा. यू कैन जस्ट रिव्यू, go through it again and again and again and learn all those basic tools and techniques. And I strongly urge कि आप हमारी जो टेक्नोलॉजी की क्लासेस आज से स्टार्ट हो रही हैं, regardless that is basic English language, that is fashion design, interior design, graphic design, even web design, और इसके अलावा जो different classes offer हो रही हैं, ये based upon your interest you can join us. And inshallah that's what my personal commitment is कि Institute of Freelancing के प्लेटफॉर्म से YouTube के थ्रू आपको ये सारी की सारी ट्रेनिंग्स भी फ्री में मिलेंगी. एंड दैट्स व्हाट माय कमिटमेंट इज कि मेरे प्रीवियस सेशंस ये सब के सब दे आर नाउ द सक्सेसफुल फ्रीलांसर्स, एंड इंशाल्लाह ऑल ऑफ यू विल बिकम अ सक्सेसफुल फ्रीलांसर्स. दैट्स व्हाट माय कमिटमेंट इज. अच्छा जी, उसके अलावा आप क्या कर सकते हैं? देन द नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज दैट यू कैन come up with your branding concept. ये मैं अभी इस डिटेल में नहीं जाऊंगा, लेकिन इंशाल्लाह आने वाले सीक्वेंसेस में, आने वाले कुछ लेक्चर्स which are actually going to be started, that is something we will be discussing. How can you start with your brands? So right skill set, that is the most important thing. Regardless you like web programming, mobile programming, graphic design, web design, writing, translation, multimedia, sales, online marketing, administration, research, एंड इट्स अ लॉन्ग लिस्ट जो कि आने वाली कुछ स्लाइड्स में मैं आपको ब्रीफ करूंगा. यू गॉट टू बिलीव मी ऑन दिस कि इतने परसेंट जॉब्स इससे रिलेटेड हैं. इफ यू आर गुड इन मोबाइल प्रोग्रामिंग, 11% ऑफ द टोटल जॉब which comes to your area, right? So if you are interested into graphic design, probably 24% of the total jobs which comes into the freelancing, they are from this field. And same goes to the writing and the content. In Pakistan, most probably people do not understand this concept that writing is so important. Like let me tell you, it's a very interesting. हमारी एक टीचर ने हमें इस टाइम ज्वाइन भी कर लिया है, मैम तथीर ज़ारा. शी इज़ आवर इंग्लिश की हमारी टीचर हैं, एंड शी इज़ लाइव एक्चुअली विद अस एंड लिसनिंग टू दिस सेशन ऑल्सो. वो आपको इस सब्जेक्ट के मुतालिक थोड़ा सा ब्रीफ भी इंशाल्लाह आने वाले टाइम पे कर देगी. लेकिन लेट मी टेल यू माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, फ्रीलांसिंग फील्ड हो चाहे कोई भी फील्ड, graphic design, web design, or any other field, if you want to become a successful, that is the single formula. That is the single formula that you must have to understand this English language first. Unless you do not understand the English language, you might not be able to get any of the project from the international market. I'm pretty sure you must understand, and that is why we have started this English language course that includes tenses, comprehensions, grammars, vocabulary, speaking, and all those different type of concepts. And जिनको go through करके you can become a successful freelancer as a first and foremost step. Okay जी, let's choose the right skill set. That is very, very important. You can become designer and creative out of इतनी लंबी कैटेगरी में से. I just picked up around 25 categories. In 25 categories में से you can become anything. 2D animator, 3D animator, designer, animator, bootstrap, flash, graphics, illustrator, InDesign, logo, photo, Photoshop, PowerPoint, and it's a long list. And अगर आपका interest, and by the way, this course जो कि actually कल से start होने जा रहा है, and ये advertising देखकर आप लोगों ने जिस तरह हमें join किया पाकिस्तान एयरफोर्स फिनिशिंग स्कूल की तरफ से, इसमें हम ये सारी की सारी कैटेगरीज तो नहीं, लेकिन कुछ ना कुछ कैटेगरीज इसी में हम डिस्कस करेंगे. Then of course the programmers and the developers. If you are bachelors in computer sciences or masters in computer sciences, you know the programmings and all those basic things, and you can become a successful freelancer while giving your services as programmer and developers. You know If you don't know anything, if you have no expertise at all, still you can become the admin support specialist. For example, you can article submissions, BPO, call agent, chat support, computer skill freelancer, data entry operator, email handler, Google document expert, Google sheet agents, and there is a long list जो उसमें से आप pick कर सकते हैं. Same goes to if you are a writer and translator, you can join any out of this field, and finance professional, you can join from this इतनी लंबी लिस्ट में से you can join any of the field based upon your interest, based upon your choice, and you can join sales and marketing. जिसने भी BBA, MBA, finance, marketing इससे related है, he can still go and picked up this field in categories में से कोई भी एक category choose करें and start your profiles and creating your profiles. इंशाल्लाह आने वाले lectures में, आने वाले दिनों में इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ फ्रीलांसिंग जो कि यूट्यूब चैनल है, उसके थ्रू हम इन तमाम के तमाम कोर्सेज की बेसिक इंट्रोडक्शन फ्री में आपके लिए रख देंगे. दैट व्हाट इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड इन बेस कैंप स्पेशलिस्ट, व्हाट डज दैट मीन, or the business development analyst, what does this category and what does this demand, and how you can join this field and become a successful freelancer. And there's an interesting thing as to startup is that choose the right path for you, and that is the far most important thing. Let's suppose you have choose your field. For example, you're a graphic designer, you choose from the graphic design field, you just choose your category and you roll to this stage. But what exactly is the path which you have to select? And that path is, my dear students, the top freelancing websites. इन पे जाए बगैर, इन पे अकाउंट क्रिएट किए बगैर, you might not be able to achieve anything, because that is the bridge between the European market या North American market में बैठे हुए उस एंटरप्रेन्योर की जो प्रोजेक्ट करवाना चाहता है और पाकिस्तान या एशिया पैसिफिक रीजन में बैठा हुआ एक डेवलपर जो कि प्रोजेक्ट करना चाहता है. इन दोनों के दरमियान जो ब्रिज प्रोवाइड करेगा, that is the freelancing websites. That includes Upwork, that includes freelancers, Fiverr, Outsourcely, Hubstaff, Guru, Workhoppers, People Per Hour, 99 Designs, Top Tall, CrowdSpring, and there is a long list. Let me tell you, around 100 के करीब different websites हैं जिनको आप ज्वाइन करेंगे. एंड इनशाला दैट्स व्हाट माय प्रॉमिस इज कि मैं आप लोगों के अकाउंट्स बनवाऊंगा, फाइवर पे भी, फ्रीलांसर पे भी, अपवर्क पे भी, गोलैंस पे भी, एंड देयर आर प्लेंटी ऑफ अदर्स. बेस्ड अपॉन योर चॉइस एंड इंटरेस्ट हम आपके अकाउंट्स बनाएंगे, बट यू मस्ट हैव टू हैव दैट डिजर्विंग स्टेज फर्स्ट. यू फर्स्ट हैव टू हैव, आप पहले अपने आप को उस लेवल तक लेके जाएं, वहां से हम आगे फिर स्टार्ट करेंगे. करेक्ट? सो Upwork and Freelance's two websites, 80% outsourcing freelancing market is captured by Upwork.com and Freelancers.com, and collectively they have 30 million plus registered users from around the world. If 30 million have, आप लोग क्यों नहीं हो सकते? You can also very easily become, and you can very easily join this field, and why not? अगर अल्लाह ताला ने आपके लिए रिस्क लिखा हुआ है तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली आपके पास आएगा. लेकिन उसको पाने के लिए these are the criteria which you must have to fulfill. As you all know, we are actually struggling with different type of websites के ऊपर account create करने में. So Fiverr is the one which is the most simplest one. If you go on to Institute of Freelancing YouTube channel के ऊपर Institute of Freelancing को search करें, subscribe करें, bell icon को press करें, you will find out डिफरेंट ट्रेनिंग वीडियोस जो कि फाइबर से रिलेटेड हैं, जो कि फाइबर पे अकाउंट बनाने से रिलेटेड हैं, फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. जाएं, उनको देखें, उनको ज्वाइन करें एंड लेट्स क्रिएट योर अकाउंट. अच्छा जी, Upwork जो the largest one, this one platform has more than 12 million freelancers, 5 million employers, 50 लाख से ज्यादा प्रोजेक्ट देने वाले बैठे हुए, and they post around 3 million jobs per year. अगर 3 million jobs मीन 30 लाख jobs एक साल में आ रही हैं, तो आपको तो जस्ट उसमें से 2 या 3 चाहिए. So let me tell you, it's so easy, so simple for all of us to go and join. लेकिन you must keep that in mind कि जो basic criteria हैं ये मस्ट आपने फुलफिल करने हैं, फॉलो करने हैं, right? So what requires you to kick off? To kick off, you just need one laptop or computers, one internet, that is quite obvious. इसके अलावा you just need a table, which is quite obvious you have, and then of course the softwares. Let me tell you, इसकी कोई specific requirement नहीं है. This is just and just the only requirement. ये तीन चार चीजें. Either you should have a laptop, a computer, maybe internet, table, and the softwares. That's it. So that requires what requires you to kick off. Now, the most important thing is the next step is to build your portfolio. What does mean this portfolio? Portfolio means जो भी काम आप कर सकते हैं उसकी एक प्रेजेंटेशन बने. Let's suppose you are a content writer. You must have to have a content जो कि आपने किसी भी क्लाइंट के लिए लिखा, चाहे वो डेमो है, चाहे वो प्रोफेशनल है, चाहे वो नॉन प्रोफेशनल है, जिस भी लेवल का है, that is your portfolio. If you are a graphic designer, you must have to have some graphic imageries or the artwork which is available to you. उन तमाम को आप एक जगह पे collect रखें, and you must have to have a website. That is the most important thing as a portfolio. इसको हम डिटेल में फिर किसी टाइम डिस्कस करेंगे that how can you create your portfolios, and the relevant skill sets, educational certificates, previous jobs, and resumes, and photos, contact informations, and all those sort of things ये required हैं to build your portfolio. Agar if you know that how to create your website, that is perfect. And if you got to believe me, if you don't know, मैं आपको ये बता रहा हूँ, there are free trainings that is available on Institute of YouTube के channel से. You just go and join and get those trainings. मैंने इसके अलावा प्रोफेशनल वेबसाइट्स का एक वेब डिज़ाइन एंड डेवलपमेंट का एक कोर्स भी क्रिएट कर रखा है, मोस्ट प्रोबब्ली इंशाल्लाह that will be also available in the coming days inshallah, so you can join that also. Okay ji, so further is that as far as your website is concerned, हमने बहुत लंबी चौड़ी रिहर्सल के बाद, एक रिगरस एक्टिविटीज़ के बाद, हमने GoDaddy को, इंटरनेशनल यूएस बेस्ड कंपनीज को, यूके बेस्ड कंपनीज को, डिफरेंट कंपनीज को ऑन बोर्ड लेने के बाद, वी हैव रीच्ड टू दिस कंक्लूजन दैट दिस इज़ अ पाकिस्तानी कंपनी by the name of alitech.uk. UK में इनका सर्विस है, and they are providing this hosting services to all of you in Pak rupees, and you can just contact them with my reference, and if anyone is interested in having his website, so this is the standard basic package in 1000, just a 1000 rupees per hour, and it's, let me tell you, it's a very good services they are offering. And as far as your portfolio is concerned, you can create your portfolios and your websites there. उसके बाद आपने क्या करना है, you have to come up with your cover letter. अब as you all know, cover letter क्या होता है? A professional cover letter and a portfolio is your first interaction with your client in your absence. Means that आपका CV हमेशा आपसे पहले जाता है to the higher authorities या उन तमाम के सामने जिन्होंने आपको हायर करना है. So if your CV is not good, if your portfolio is not good, then probability of getting the job is quite obvious, that is very low. So that is why it is in the red. It is very, very important for all of you to understand this concept. It is important. So in this course, inshallah, we will be giving you all those tips and tricks. लेकिन जब भी आप प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए अप्लाई करते हैं, वो कौन कौन सी बेसिक टेक्निक्स हैं, you must have to remember, and those techniques are, there are different kind of projects. एक प्रोजेक्ट की टाइप होती है जिसमें क्लाइंट बिल्कुल अनवेरीफाइड होता है, मींस उसने पेमेंट अभी नहीं दी, और एक कैटेगरी लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल ये वाली है जिसमें उसने ये ऑलरेडी पे किया हुआ है. सो बिफोर यू अप्लाई फॉर डिफरेंट जॉब्स, ये इंशाल्लाह टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स एंड टूल्स हैं, ये इंशाल्लाह इसी कोर्स के दौरान सारा कुछ आपको ब्रीफ किया जाएगा कि किस किस तरीके से आप ये सारी टेक्निक्स और इनको गो थ्रू कर सकते हैं. फर्दर कितने टाइप के प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं ये इंशाल्लाह डिटेल में हम बाद में बताएंगे, लेकिन इनिशियल इज देयर आर 4 डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट्स जो कि अभी मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ. दैट इज वन इज द फिक्स प्राइस जॉब. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर इंटरनेशनल मार्केट से कोई क्लाइंट आके आता है और वो आपसे कहता है कि आप मेरा लोगो बनाए एंड आई विल पे यू 10 रुपीज, पाकिस्तानी 10 रुपीज, सो विल यू बी एबल टू डू इट? of course you will not be able to entertain it because this price by any means is not actually as compared to कि जो आपको उसको काम करके देंगे, correct? So let's suppose if we say कि अगर मैं $100 for this one logo दूंगा तो which is a very quite reasonable amount. So that's a fixed example of fixed price job. Then there is another example of the hourly job. Let's suppose वो client आके आपसे कहता है कि okay, you work जितना भी आवर्स आपने काम किया मैं उतने आवर्स की पेमेंट आपको कर दूंगा. अब आवरली रेट इज योर्स, ये आपने डिसाइड करना है, ठीक है. लेट्स सपोज यू हैव $10 पर आवर, $20 पर आवर, $30 पर आवर. ये आने वाली स्लाइड में मैं आपको एग्जैक्ट बताऊंगा फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान पीपल का आवरली रेट जो एक्सपीरियंस हो जाते हैं वो किधर तक होता है. देन दिस इज द बिडिंग. बिडिंग मीन्स के आप अपनी चॉइस के हिसाब से प्राइस क्लाइंट को बताते हैं, ठीक है ना. क्लाइंट इसके ऊपर बिडिंग करता है. बिडिंग मीन्स कि उसकी चॉइस है कि लोएस्ट को दे या किसको दे, वो सबका पोर्टफोलियो देखने के बाद फिर चॉइस करता है. देन देयर इज अनदर वेरी लेस प्रोबेबल कॉस्ट ऑफ द अननोन प्राइस, अननोन कॉस्ट जिसमें आपको एग्जैक्टली आइडिया नहीं होता. लेकिन जब प्रोजेक्ट आते हैं तो वो आइदर इस शेप में होता है, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल दिस इज वन प्रोजेक्ट, करेक्ट, दैट इज प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट फॉर द प्लास्टिक्स, एंड आवरली प्रोजेक्ट है and इसके लिए less than 1 month and less than 10 hours per week required. That is one category. Okay, then there is fixed price category. ये देखिए hourly, ये fixed price. Fixed price में 3D modeling for figurine and the estimated budget is $500. So that is your choice. If that suits you, you can apply. If it doesn't suit you, you can just refuse. You cannot apply. Let's suppose, for example, congratulations, you got the project. So what would be the next things? आप वो सारा का सारा प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट करते हैं. कंप्लीट करने के बाद व्हेन यू क्लोज करते हैं कॉन्ट्रैक्ट तो उसकी भी डिफरेंट टिप्स एंड टेक्निक्स हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल टिप्स क्या हैं कि जी नो हरी इन गेटिंग द फाइनल अप्रूवल. प्रोजेक्ट के लिए जल्दी खत्म करने की जल्दी मत करें. बी रेडी फॉर आइटरेशंस मीन जो उसमें तब्दीलियां या उसमें बार बार क्लाइंट आपसे चेंजेस कह रहा है, ये इसको जरूर ध्यान में रखें. ऑलवेज वेलकम चेंजेस. हमेशा जो क्लाइंट आपसे चेंजेस किए उसको वेलकम करें. लेकिन डेवलप चेंज बोर्ड. चेंज बोर्ड मींस कि अपने सामने एक वाइट बोर्ड रखें और क्लाइंट जो जिस दिन आपसे चेंजेस कहता जा रहा है वो सारी की सारी मेंशन करते जाए. एंड सजेस्ट योर थॉट्स. दैट इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. That's how you can close the contract. For example, अब आपने सारा कुछ प्रोसेस कंप्लीट किया, आपने पोर्टफोलियो बनाया, आपने प्रोजेक्ट के लिए अप्लाई किया, क्लाइंट ने आपको हायर किया, आपने काम करके दिया, क्लाइंट ने अप्रूव कर दिया, क्लाइंट the contract is going to be closed, and this is what has happened in the back end. जब आप अपवर्क के ऊपर या दुनिया की बड़ी वेबसाइट्स के ऊपर काम करते हैं तो वो वीकली आपको पेमेंट करते हैं, वीक पर वीक. वीक इन प्रोग्रेस $180. इससे जो प्रीवियस वीक था उसमें $340 का आपने काम किया, उससे प्रीवियस वीक का $425 आपने काम किया, और उससे प्रीवियस वीक का बैलेंस आपके पास अवेलेबल है. और उसके साथ ये भी मेंशन है कि लास्ट पेमेंट आपने $704 की ली. और जब आप उसके बाद अगले वीक में जाते हैं तो वो दैट हैज़ बीन पास्ड हेयर. इस तरह करते करते ये जो प्रीवियस पहले 253 था, 425 प्लस 253 which comes to $786 which is available now. और आप इस तरह वीक बाय वीक चलते रहते हैं और ये पेमेंट्स आपका प्रोसेस चलता रहता है. एंड दिस पेमेंट इज अवेलेबल एट एनी टाइम. इफ यू वांट टू विथड्रॉ दिस पेमेंट, आप किसी भी टाइम इसको ये पेमेंट आप ले सकते हैं. ओके जी, सो लेट्स सपोज इस तरीके से आप पेमेंट रिसीव करते हैं, उसके बाद कॉन्ट्रैक्ट क्लोज होता है. You got the stars from the clients and you got the thumbs up from the clients, and that's how the project close. And उसके ऊपर client आपको feedback देता है that Hameed did an excellent job and this total 35 hours at the rate $25 an hour, and this is what you have earned. That's how this whole process goes on. And उसके बाद हम जिस purpose के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, या in other words simply सारे के सारे लोग जिस मकसद के लिए काम करते हैं, that is the earning, and that's how you receive the payment into the Pakistani banks. 54% of the जितने भी freelancers हैं, they get the payments directly to their banks, and those payments are available into all these banks listed into the Pakistani जो पाकिस्तान के जितने भी बैंक्स हैं वो तमाम सपोर्ट करते हैं. and that's how this the whole process goes. उसके बाद contract close, profile, portfolio update करते हैं, and इस तरह testimonials आपके सामने आ जाते हैं. This was my client from Australia, वो आपको एक इस तरह का feedback देता है. Correct? इसके बाद that's the zero to hero story. I must encourage you to write down your story and lesson learned from the project and all those things. अब आ जाते हैं डी स्टूडेंट कुछ ना कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग एग्जांपल्स की तरफ, जिस तरह मैंने कहा था. दिस डॉक्टर फोजिया, this will last around 10 to 15 minutes more, not more than that. Thanks for showing your interest. Thanks for being patient. And उसके बाद हमारा question answer, then you can leave. Thanks. For example, this one client, that is Khurram from Pakistan, he is just English to Urdu translator and is a proofreader, and from Pakistan his hourly rate is 37.50 per hour. And bilkul aise hi Ahmed, he is just a presentation designer and his hourly rate is $60 per hour. And then when it comes to the Umar, his logo, brand identity, print, web design, illustrations, his hourly rate is $50 per hour and so far earned $3,000. एंड बिल्कुल कुछ एक एग्जांपल और आपको, जो कि मेरे अपने करीबी कुलीग इस्लामाबाद से हैं, दैट इज सैयद हसन. ही इज जस्ट अ विकीपीडिया एक्सपर्ट, ही इज जस्ट अ कंटेंट राइटर, सीनियर विकीपीडियन engineer and technical writer, and his hourly rate is approximately $300 per hour, and so far he has earned $400,000 plus. So that is the, my dear student, this is the advantage of becoming a freelancer. That is why I have put in some of the examples जिनको आप go through करके, and you can take the example. Another example, one of my very good friend Haseeb Khan from Lahore, he is a programmer by the way, and his hourly rate is $25 per hour. लेकिन so far he has earned $1 million plus earn कर चुके हैं, and it's a huge thing. कोई लिमिट नहीं है. रदा जो कि रिसेंटली फ्रॉम कराची से इन्होंने ज्वाइन किया है और अभी तक $30,000 अर्न कर चुकी है टोटल 35 जॉब से, एंड इज आवरली रेट इज $100 पर आवर. अगर आप लोग किसी के साथ आवरली प्रोजेक्ट नहीं करना चाहते, अगर आपकी कोई अपनी प्रोडक्ट है, तो दिस एग्जांपल इज वन another very good example, that is of Muhammad Haris. This guy is from Pakistan and he has developed WordPress theme by the name of Avada, and इस एक थीम के बनाने से he has earned $10 million so far. So that's the conclusion of this story, my dear students. अल्लाह ताला ने हमारे इस मुल्क को हर चीज़ से नवाजा है, हर उस खूबी से नवाजा है, हर उस कमाल से नवाजा है, और हमारे पास जीनियस माइंड, जीनियस लोग और वो तमाम के तमाम वो लोग बैठे हुए जो कि दे कैन क्रिएट प्रोडक्ट्स. द ओनली प्रॉब्लम इज कि हमारी डायरेक्शन ठीक नहीं. So in these courses, technological based conversion and technological based courses, हम basically ये कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि ये mindset create करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं that you should start freelancing. Freelancing means selling your services. आप जो भी काम कर सकते हैं, अल्लाह ताला ने अगर आपने वो खुदा सलाहियत दी है, तो let me tell you, you can very easily become a successful. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. So ये था my dear students आज का हमारा lecture. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. You can join me on YouTube by the name of the Institute of Freelancing. You can search Institute of Freelancing and you can subscribe. Just bell icon press करने पे you will receive the intimations जिनकी basis पे you will find the courses की details. Further, that's my email address, my website address, my LinkedIn address, and all those sort of things.